Philadelphia, occupants of Logan Square, and the Philadelphia Police Department. My name is George, and how about President Trump's new executive order reactivating the National Space Council? Yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, guys?
Space Marines!
One small step for man back into space. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And beyond.
Now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but that was one of the reasons that I voted for it. Because I feel strongly that we should be going back into space. Because to quote some old, obscure TV show, space is the final frontier. Woo! Right? Right? Okay. Next up, the wall.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if any of you guys have heard about this. One of my favorite video games is called Skyrim. And in Skyrim, the most powerful weapon is what? Your voice. That's right, your voice. Well, guess what, guys? You might be more like the Dragonborn than you think. Because your voice is powerful too. Now, I'm not saying that you can summon a dragon from another plane of existence. Come on, guys. True, I'm also not saying you can't, but I've never witnessed it.
But can you summon helicopters to throw commies out of?
Yes.
Woo!
But you can use your voice as a weapon in the fight against free speech that is going on in this country as we speak. So, do some research. Watch some documentaries. Read some books. Read some articles. Arm yourself with this knowledge, and then use your voice to fight back against the false narratives and fake news that is currently plaguing our country. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
So, this is the first speech I've given since high school. I'm not a public speaker.
Are you a virgin?
I know it's easy to just stay quiet, you know, just have your beliefs in private, kind of hide behind a keyboard, if you will. But that is not enough. That is not enough. Get up, get out, go to rallies, guys, just like this one. Meet people, talk amongst yourselves, even talk to people from the other side. Talk to everybody out there, because you never know who you're going to convert, right? You could drop some facts on them, and they could go, oh, hey, that's a good point. So, absolutely do that. Make sure you use your voice, guys, whether it's through a megaphone or not. And the second thing I want to talk about today, and this is really my main topic, and we saw this earlier for about 5 seconds, and that's Antifa. That's right. Oh, what happened to this guy? Did you get attacked?
I walked through where they were hiding, where they were suiting up behind
a bunch of cowards. That's what they do. They're cowards.
I walked through and I was filming those assholes, and then they were talking in the very high-pitched voices, and yeah,
bunch of cowards. So anyway, specifically what I wanted to talk about was the hypocrisy of their rhetoric and their actions. Now, how many people today have heard of Antifa? Obviously, everybody.
Yep.
What is the first word out of their mouth when they hear something that they disagree with?
Nazi!
Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. They stand over there and they call you a Nazi. That's wrong.
Well,
why is that wrong? They call us Nazi, and they use words like that to dehumanize people. When you label somebody with a term like Nazi, racist, bigot, homophobe, you're turning somebody into a thing, and it makes it easier to hate them. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, that's one thing that actual Nazis did when they talked about Jews, right?
Yep.
And the KKK did the same thing to African Americans. It's not right, and they need to stop. So, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So these people have the nerve to call us the Nazis. When they're out there acting like the 21st century version of Hitler's SA, the Sturmabteilung. Now, does anybody know who they were? Anybody out here? Brown shirts. Okay, yes, she does. Brown shirts. That's right. For any of you whose favorite subject is not history, the SA was a paramilitary wing of the Nazi Party. And what did they do?
12:30.
In addition to protecting Hitler and his speeches and his rallies, they broke up opposing events and rallies. They attacked and killed people who had opposing views. They caused street fights, and they damaged and destroyed businesses of people with opposing views. Does that sound like anybody else you know?
Antifa!
Antifa, absolutely. So, what does that make them? That makes them the real Nazis. That makes them hypocrites.
Second wave Nazis.
Giant hypocrites. Second wave Nazis. That's a great term. We should start using that.
Says the black guy.
Middle match third wave feminists.
But there's more. There's more. Here's another similarity. The recruitment and indoctrination of the young. The real Nazis had the Hitler Youth. But what does Antifa have? They have professors like Eric Clanton on college campuses who are influencing young, impressionable minds and turning them into social justice warriors and revolutionaries. Resist! Resist the power! I'm gonna burn down every building that are people I don't like. I'm gonna smash windows of Starbucks. What sense does that make? Attack police horses, right. But no, but they claim that it was the police horse that solved the murders. Okay, we know the real story.
How old is this big, or?
But that's not it. One
No,
more.
was it always this big?
Not only are Antifa the real Nazis,
Alright, so I didn't miss it.
they're terrorists too.
Yes,
They are
sir.
terrorists.
What's this supposed to?
That's right. Antifa and ISIS have things in common. Right off the bat, 100% obvious. What is it?
They wear black.
All black. Cover their faces with bandanas. Their uniform and dress code is 100% the same.
Yeah.
Here's another similarity.
Hey, there was a.
Both Antifa and ISIS desecrate historical monuments and statues and try to erase history.
Arming everyone.
But their motivations might be different. Antifa does this to, erase history because they think slavery was bad, which it was. They want to erase the entire Civil War from history because of one little part of it.
Howard's a liar.
I'm pretty sure it was a big part of
There
it.
you go.
Good, I made it to the.
ISIS does it to gain international attention for their cause, to loot, so they can further finance terrorism. But the fact that both organizations use the same tactic speaks for itself. So, what's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen?
We don't know.
We're at Logan Square, and there are a bunch of flags around us.
The bottom line is, these people dress like terrorists, and they act like Nazis, and it's time we call them out for who they really are. They are hypocrites and domestic terrorists, and they should be treated accordingly.
What is that?
Thank you. So take heart in this fact that when they shout Nazi, 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 they're really shouting into a mirror. I'd like to leave you with a quote, if I may. A lot of people usually attribute it to Winston Churchill, but there's no actual evidence that he said it. The person who actually said it was Huey Long Jr. He was the 40th governor of Louisiana and a Democratic senator who was assassinated in 1935. He said, America will probably have fascism one day, but when we get it, it won't be called fascism. It'll be called anti-fascism. Now, what does Antifa stand for? Anti-fascist. Absolutely. It's like the guy had a damn time machine, right? 4D chess. Or he was playing 4D chess. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Woo!
Anybody want next? Give it up. Oh! What's up, guys? I gotta run the event. We only have until 12:30. So this will be a quick little recap of all the things we've done. And thanks to the organizers, thanks to Sports Spirit and Politics for putting all this together. A big thanks to the Philadelphia Police Department. We support you guys 100%. And also, obviously, thank you to everyone who came out today. You are awesome. You are the true resistance. The other side likes to call themselves resistance. They aren't. They're just going with the flow. They're doing what everyone else around them does in their little tiny echo chamber. And guess what? We're going to break that. We're going to break that echo chamber. We're going to dismantle it and use the parts to build Liberty Prime. That's what So, quick notes if you don't know me, I'm Jeff Thomas. I have a Kekistani organization local chapter, and we've been trolling these guys for a long, long time now because they resort to violence. I never would have been here, and a lot of us wouldn't have been here if people hadn't come after us in particular, right? They cause their own problems, they create their own monsters, and then point the finger at other people. So, moral of the story is, don't be hypocritical, look in the mirror, have some self-reflection. I'd be happy to talk to you, but if you're going to dox me and use a photo of my mom to do so, yeah, we're going to have beef, right? Don't mess with the Italians, you know? Alright, anyway, so we stand here in the heart of Philadelphia, right? This is the birthplace of the Constitution. You know, birthplace of the Declaration of Independence.
Hell yeah!
230 years ago, our founders had the same message that we're promoting today, one of liberty, freedom, and justice for all, right? And that message is not going to change regardless of who is in Washington, D.C. I am a libertarian, as a lot of you guys know. I'm neutral towards Trump, but before you boo, I respect him and want his policies to succeed for all of us.
That's okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Do what's right for the country!
Since we got to run. In closing here, again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. But, thank you. Thanks to all the speakers as well. And I'll lead you guys in a little prayer. This is called the Kex prayer, right? So please, you may bow your heads. Our Kek, who art in memetics, hallowed be thy name. Thy trumpdom come, thy will be done, in real life as it is on gold. Give us this day our daily dumps, and forgive us for our baiting, as we forgive those who have baited against us. And lead us not into cuckoldry, and deliver us from the shills. For thine is the mimetic kingdom,
Oh my god.
the shit posting, and the freedom of expression forever and ever. Chatelet.
Chalet!